In early 2002, he split with Guy Chambers for the first time, telling Guy that he wanted to kill off Robbie Williams and do something different. By the summer, they were back together, recording the album which would become Escapology. But some of the songs they were working on were those Robbie had written during their split.
Come Undone was the first single that wasn't co-written with Guy. It was very liberating to know that I exist as an artist outside Guy Chambers' Robbie Williams songwriting partnership. I think myself and Guy, we got so comfortable writing with each other that this is going to sound shitty, but it was like, I don't know where he ended and I began. You know, and I was like, well, you know, our songs come together so quickly that I wasn't aware of what I was doing, what my input was, you know, and we wrote so many songs, you know, sometimes 3 or 4 at a time, that you're like, well, which bit of the chemistry here is mine, you know, and how gifted a songwriter am I? The lyric came pretty much off the top of my head, you know, might not surprise a few people. And then there was like night after night after night, it was the way I used to get myself off to sleep. I used to think, so rock and roll, so corporate suits, oh, it's terrible, think of something else, so damn ugly, so... All the dichotomies in the song are an accurate account of how I see myself, you know, and I can start a sentence, and by the end of the sentence, I can contradict myself 3 or 4 times. You know, I don't know what I think. But I mean it every time I change. First shoot of the new album, Escapology, was this small town called Sunday. And there's probably about, I'd say about 20 shops there, all together. And as you come in, on each shop outside, it says, welcome film crew and pop star.
Escapology's first single, Feel, was Robbie's biggest worldwide hit to date.
With Feel, you know, when we sat down, I said I want to write like a Moby-esque kind of song. Not sure I understand. And then it turned into Feel, which is probably the best lyric I've ever written. I think Feel is the one where I literally went, you know. The chorus was this huge prayer. It was one of the times when I got sober. And I was expecting, right, now I'm sober, and I've been sober for at least 4 or 5 months. Where's the inner peace and the tranquility? You know, I'm not doing drugs. I'm not drinking. Why am I feeling like I'd rather not be here? Why does it feel that it's actually less painful to drink or to do drugs? It was another rock bottom for me, but a rock bottom sober. The actual lyrics were that painful to sing. I left the studio because I was just like, I've had enough, you know? And I didn't even think much about that song at all. And then a few people from management said it was a great song, and I started coming round to the fact that maybe it is. It's quite a self-piteous song, but it's a glorious, self-pitiful song. But as soon as I could walk, I danced. As soon as I could talk, I sang. You know, and there's never been a defining day where I've gone, oh, I can do this thing.
The contradictions within Robbie Williams are never more apparent than when he's on stage, where he offers them up as theatre, and where he can flip between pantomime, irony and sincere emotion with bewildering ease.
You know, because there isn't a gold and silver and bronze medal for it, you know, there's nothing, you know, there's no world record for entertaining. In my mind, I don't value it as much as I should, you know, because I don't see what it is. You know, a lot of the time I'm on stage and in my head I'm thinking, well, what am I doing? I don't understand what I'm doing that you're going apeshit for. I'm glad you are, but if you actually try to figure out what it is, you'll go mad.
If it is simply instinct, it is one that serves him well. Last summer, over 3 nights at Nebworth, he appeared in front of 375,000 people.
I
Elvis, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Stay very much. I'll see you later. When I'm on stage, I've got a job to do. Sometimes it's exhilarating and it's the most euphoric feeling that you could ever have. It's like, wow, I'm so on a ledge up here. This could all go really wrong, really quickly with whatever I say or whatever I do. You know, and that's such a powerful thing that you know, the wind at the sails is the fact that I could fail and fall flat on my face in front of so many people. And that feels brilliant. Even though I may appear to be super confident, overconfident, really I'm not. I'm shy, but at the same time, there's this super me that gets on stage. At the beginning, it was like a shield that I had when I went on stage, and now I've sort of built this town with a moat and everything. You know, when I get on stage, I become this superhero magnified, you know, me but 100 times me.
After Escapology, Robbie and Guy Chambers parted ways. During the next few months, Robbie wrote many songs, some alone, some with other writers, but knew he was still searching for something. He just didn't know what or who. In June 2003, skiving off from rehearsals for his summer tour, he met up with the Lilac Times' Stephen Duffy and something clicked. Over the next few days, they wrote 12 songs, most of them unlike anything Robbie had done before. Amongst them were the 2 new singles which would complete his greatest hits album, Misunderstood and Radio.
I have been a fan of Stephen Duffy's for a few years now. I didn't think he was going to be my writing partner, you know. I thought we were just going to go and we'd come up with some interesting folk songs because that's what he's been doing for the last 4 albums. The first day we got into the studio, we started doing all this electronic stuff, which is something I've been meaning to do for ages. And literally, Radio came about because I was trying to find Axel F. Ding, 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 and couldn't find it quick enough. I wanted to find it before he programmed the drum beat, and I didn't, and I only got halfway through. Do, 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 do. As my confidence grew with Stephen, and as my confidence grew with playing the bass and playing synthesizer, we've come up with 50 or 60 songs written this way, you know, where we take it in turns to play different instruments. You know, he's a very trusting man. Misunderstood just came out of the batch of songs that we've done, and it's definitely, I would say, the most sensible song that we've done. Our favourite song of all time is Wichita Lighting, and you know, that's why I do so many ballads. I love that type of song. It's another me putting my heart on the line song again, and I think that the sentiment of disposable pop, a lot of the time can be deemed as being sickly. You know, in the 3 words, I love you, in a song is now sickly. You know, but there's nothing greater or nothing more sincere than actually saying I love you, if you mean it.
If it is the future that most excites him, the songs the public are yet to hear, the songs he's yet to imagine, the release of his greatest hits album has allowed him to take stock and perhaps even to take a little pride in this improbable but triumphant voyage.
I'm so proud that I haven't folded. You know, I'm so proud that I haven't got on stage and failed. I'm so proud that, you know, album after album comes out, and you know, I've had 5 albums come out and they've all sold over 2 million in England. I don't know anybody that's done that. I'm ad-libbing the whole of my career, and I'm ad-libbing my life, you know, and that's why a lot of things that I do are a bit misguided, you know, because I just make things up as I go along. I've managed, by falling upwards, you know, and turning up, to have now a history. It's amazing that I've been involved in any kind of music whatsoever. The fact that people sing my melodies, know my melodies, and know my lyrics You know, even if they knew one, it would be amazing.